Okay, so I have to do a part two to this TikTok thing. And I was thinking, isn't there a special name for it called infanticide or inficide or something like that related to a baby that doesn't live after birth? Which, what is that? There was another name for it, and I can't remember what it's called when the child doesn't live. And so there's different names when the baby just passes away for some odd reason, for no reason, between the ages of birth and 2 years old. And so that we were talking about, I said, well, the baby makes a choice to not eat. And that's when I explained to them, I said, well, an old person, when they are about to pass away and they're put into hospice, they can't swallow anymore. There's certain functions they just can't do. So the medical professionals have to be there, are there with them, but the person can no longer eat. And so they're making a choice at that time to pass away. And that's when I said, well, the baby is making a choice at birth to pass away when it just won't eat by itself. I said, and when it has a birth defect, that's an added aspect into it because babies with birth defects are not able to eat. And I said, babies born like my baby was, which was anencephalic, it can't eat. And they failed to want to listen to this. And so this conversation over on TikTok is disgusting, and it's very disturbing, related to rights to life, because of the rights to life and freedom of choice, because they fail to understand the aspects of what life is. Because I thought, well, the baby is making a choice to fail to thrive. Doctors even have something called fail to thrive. Gosh, I can't remember. I can't remember what it is when babies just pass away. Sudden infant death syndrome is what they call it, SIDS. But it's like infanticide, or, it's just like the sheep and animals in the wild. And I'm always going to make that comparison. For some reason, they just don't live. And there's a woman I watch on YouTube. She has sheep, and often she says she has sheep in perfectly good shape. They look healthy, and my baby looked perfectly healthy, except for his brain. He did not have a brain. He did not have a cap over the whole top part of his brain was open. It was exposed. And trying to explain to these idiots on TikTok that he wasn't going to live, they just fail to listen, and they won't listen at all. And it's like, it's a very sensitive subject. I'd like to talk to him face to face in a room. That's what I'd like to do. And then let them censor me and tell me that I'm wrong.